Months and months and months ago, I happened to see TV pastor Greg Lowry. And in this program, or in his sermon that day, he described the differences between a thermostat and a thermometer. A thermostat changes the temperature. A thermometer measures the temperature. A thermometer tells us whether the room is warm or cold. A thermostat actually changes the temperature of the room. Well, it doesn't change it itself, but it tells the furnace to change the temperature. The thermostat controls the temperature of that room, changes a cold room into a warm room. And I began to think, which are we as a Christian? Do we change the atmosphere in our home, in our church, in our family, in our work, with a smile on our face, a compliment ready to offer someone who deserves it, a pat on the back for someone who's doing a good job in spite of all their circumstances? Or in our home, in our church, in our office, or wherever we work, do we simply adjust to the present atmosphere? Do we blend in? Brett Blair describes a father who introduces children this way. The father said, "This is Pete. He's the clumsy one of the lot. That's Kathy, coming in with mud on her shoes. She's the sloppy one. As always, Mike is last. He'll be late for his own funeral, I promise you." That dad did a thorough job of labeling his children with their faults, with their mistakes. People do it to us, and people do it to those whom they love all the time. They remind us of our failures, our errors, our sins. They won't let us live them down. Try as you may to free yourself from the past, there are people who will continue to remind you of it. We have a chance to be a thermostat, a chance to change the situation, to change our future destination. When we don't let people forget their past, when we don't forgive, we label people with those mistakes. We refuse to see them as more than the sum total of all their errors. On the other hand, when we forgive, when we gently pry the doer of the hurtful deed away from that deed itself, then we say the past is just that. The past is past, over and done with. We're facing a new year, 2025. Hard for me to believe. Maybe we should think about this coming year being a thermostat, changing life, changing circumstances, one situation at a time, by listening, by using patience and kindness, by being Jesus' light in a dark world.